You're trying so hard to control it, to fix it, to force it, to make life go the way you planned. But it's not going that way. The relationship isn't fixing. The job isn't working out. Your body isn't cooperating. Your kid is struggling. And you're standing there, pushing, forcing, fighting, exhausted from trying to control what won't be controlled. There's a Zen phrase about this. It comes from an old Chinese poem, Kōun Ryūsui, drifting clouds, flowing water. In Zen Buddhism, monks in training are called unsui, clouds and water. They travel from monastery to monastery. No fixed home, no permanent place. They drift like clouds. They flow like water. Because that's how Zen practitioners are meant to move through life, without the constraints and limitations of attachment. Like free-floating clouds, like flowing water. Think about clouds for a moment. They don't stay in the same place. They drift. They change shape. They disappear. They reappear. They don't cling to any permanent form. And water doesn't fight its course. It flows. When something blocks its path, it doesn't crash against it over and over. It finds a way around, naturally, without force. This is what Kōun Ryūsui teaches. When life doesn't go the way you planned, you have a choice. You can keep crashing against the obstacle, fighting, forcing, insisting it should be different. Or you can move like water. There's a reason Zen monks in training are called unsui, clouds and water. These monks would leave the monastery with nothing. No map, no destination, not knowing where they'd sleep that night. They'd walk. And when they came to a mountain, they didn't stand there demanding the mountain move. They walked around it. When they came to a river, they didn't insist the river stop flowing. They found a way across. When a monastery turned them away, they didn't camp outside the gate protesting. They kept walking. Not because they didn't care where they were going, but because they understood the path reveals itself to those who keep moving. I know this feels like giving up, like surrendering, like you're not trying hard enough. But flowing isn't the same as quitting. Water still moves forward. Clouds still travel across the sky. They just don't fight what is. Maybe the relationship you wanted isn't happening. You can keep pushing. Keep convincing yourself it'll change. Or you can let the current carry you somewhere else. Maybe your kid isn't turning out the way you imagined. You can keep trying to shape them into your vision, resisting who they actually are. Or you can drift with who they're becoming. Maybe a friendship ended. A dream fell apart. Your health won't cooperate. And you're standing there, trying to force everything back to how it was. But clouds don't go backward. Water doesn't flow uphill. You know what water does when it meets a rock? It doesn't crash against it forever. It flows around. And over time, the water doesn't break, but the rock wears smooth. Not through force, through patient flowing. Kōun Ryūsui. Drifting clouds, flowing water. This phrase is connected to mujō, impermanence, the Japanese understanding that everything changes. Nothing stays. Time is finite. You can fight this truth. Cling to how things were. Insist they should have stayed. Or you can embrace change rather than resist it. Find beauty in the transience of things. Because here's what happens when you try to be a rock in the river. The water doesn't stop. It just crashes against you, over and over, wearing you down. But when you let yourself flow with it, when you stop fighting the current, you move. Not where you planned, but somewhere. You don't have to force it anymore. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to keep crashing against the same obstacle, hoping it'll move. You can drift. You can flow. You can let life take you where it's trying to go. The monks understood this. They walked without knowing where they'd sleep, without a fixed destination, without clinging to a permanent home. Not because they were lost, but because they trusted the path. Kōun Ryūsui. Drifting clouds, flowing water. When something blocks your way, you don't have to crash against it. You can flow around it, naturally, without force, without fighting. Let yourself move. Let yourself change. Let yourself drift. The water knows where it's going, even when you don't. Thank you for being here, for this moment, for the current that carries you. Trust it.